My name is Mike, and this is the Hot Seat. On this morning's Hot Seat is the city of Henderson, Nevada, and their police department. On October 29th, 2010, a diabetic who was suffering from insulin shock, when Nevada police officers mistook him for a drunk, physically assaulted him, he was awarded nearly $300 in the lawsuit settlement. In my description field, folks, I'm putting the link so you can see the video. 5 so-called police officers beat the living hell out of this man. It was actually 6. But first, it was 5 guys. Here's how it went down. And I say, supposed cops, because just because they were wearing the uniforms doesn't make them police officers. They were scumbags, and I'll show you why. First police officer whips out his gun. He kicks the driver's side window, tells the guy to get out, freeze, get out, freeze. But the guy he's having an insulin shock. He's having a diabetic shock. All right? They pull him out of the car. They throw him to the ground. A 6th policeman, a 6th officer, walks over and he kicks Green in the face multiple times. As one officer yells, "Stop resisting, motherfucker. Stop resisting, motherfucker." The guy is in shock, and you can clearly see he's not moving, and they're beating the life out of this guy. Okay? Moments later, after the beating, an officer is heard talking on the radio police dispatcher. He's a diabetic. He's probably in shock. He's semi-conscious. You think? And of course, all this was caught on the dashboard cam, which, thank God for those things, folks, because this might have been an incident where if there were no live witnesses, all right, this was an isolated event with no proof, nothing would have been done about it. It would have been his word against 6 redneck cops. You can hear afterwards on the video, policemen, the same cops, were making fun of this guy. They were laughing. One of them said that, "Oh, he was such a big guy. I couldn't have taken him myself." It took 6 guys. Think about this. It took 6 redneck cops, and you got to see half of them. Half of them had backs wider than drive-in theaters. God knows they were probably jacked up on steroids. Beating this man up. It was a disgrace. Adam Green was quoted as saying, "I ended up with 2 broken ribs. I had some cuts and a black eye on my face. I was confused, but I wasn't resisting. And I would think this would be incorrect and inappropriate behavior whether I was drunk or not drunk." According to the Las Vegas Review-Journal, a sergeant involved in the traffic stop was disciplined but remains employed by the department. Not only should those pieces of crap have been fired, but certainly the cop that kicked that man in the face and left him bloodied should have been fired and should have been brought up on criminal charges. This was not making an arrest. This was blatant assault and battery. Talk about road rage. This was cop rage. And that guy should have been thrown in jail. It's a disgrace. And this is why people like me, I don't like cops. I don't like them. Because scumbags like this gives everybody a bad name. And you know what? You can't trust any of them. Because you don't know who's good, you don't know who's bad. The names of these pricks are Douglas Linnar, Francis Shipp, Seth Van der Buren, and Brett Seacast. Boy, you might as well call it, these guys too big, KKK members with these names sound like WAPs to me. And again, folks, it's a disgrace. It's blatant abuse of power, and they ought to be thrown in jail for it. Oh man, I tell you, watch the video. I'm sure, this Mr. Green isn't the only victim of it. It's a disgrace, and as far as I'm concerned, if these guys wind up getting a bullet in their brains, you know what? I wouldn't bat an eye. My name is Mike. This is The Hot Seat.